Last time on Barn Find Bikes, we put a new carburetor on our orange Honda Trail 90, fixed up the seat, more or less, and took it for its first ride on the dirt.
Whoa! Is that high range?
This time we take a look at some modifications David couldn't help but make, and we see how the bike rides in the snow. Now this right here is the orange one, which is our 1972, right?
1972.
And since you last saw it, David did some really awesome modifications to it. First thing I noticed is this basket on the back.
Yeah, I had an old metal gold dairy. Put the basket on there and made a ratchet strap.
So where'd you find this dairy basket?
It's been on the farm for a long time. Who knows where it came from? But I managed to find a genuine Honda seat. I guess it's genuine. It says Honda on it.
It looks like it. It looks really nice.
And then I put new foot pegs for the back. And I got two new mirrors, left and right. Two new brake handles.
Oh yeah, new hand controls.
Thing I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for a new cable. That brake doesn't work because the cable is seized inside of the sheathing.
But now we can actually use the handbrake for the rear, which is really nice because it kind of barely worked before, but you mostly had to brake with your foot.
With your foot, which was awkward because trying to shift and brake all at the same time was a little hard on your balance.
Yeah, especially when you're standing up on the pegs. It's kind of hard to be very exact when that's your only brake and you can only...
You know, it's this one being that your heel does a lot of the shifting. It's kind of makes it a little hard for your balance when you're trying to shift with your heel and stand up at the same time or sit down. So it's possible. It just takes a little practice.
Yeah, it's totally doable. It is just a little bit awkward, but let me see. So what else did you do?
Well, I cleaned it up. I got most of the grime off of it, and I mean, we've got battery. So we've got headlight that high, low, and off. We don't have left and right turn. It didn't have it with it. I suppose it could be added, but it does have the button for your turn signals.
I kind of like that it's clean and simple, that it doesn't have it. Oh yeah, we've got a horn.
And not much of a horn.
You also, I see through this cover back on the middle, which looks really nice. It's too bad it's got that little crack in it, but at the same time, I mean, it's an old bike and it needs to have a little patina to it.
And I cleaned up the extra fuel. This thing is really cool right there.
And from what I understand, I'm not actually specifically a Honda Trail expert. You guys could probably tell by the way I was kickstarting this thing, but these, from what I'm told, are pretty rare little canisters.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that we've got some of these accessories.
And it has the strap all still intact to mount it on the bike.
Yeah, see, now this thing is kind of perfect because it looks good. It doesn't look perfect, nor should it, because it is an old bike, but it's got funky accessories. It's a lot of fun to ride, and David got it kicking over really nice. Yeah.
She starts and runs, and high-low works.
Oh yeah.
You think it'll go in the snow?
You know, it's possible. Now that is a situation where it is nice to have a lightweight bike, because if you're trying to do that on much heavier of a bike, the second it starts to slip out, yeah, you're not going to be having a good time. That's some good riding there, sir.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy riding a bike in the snow,
No.
but I was just saying it's a good thing that that's a lightweight bike, because you were doing that on a very heavy machine and it
was
started
fun.
to tip over.
Here, you better take it for a ride.
Yeah, I better. A lot of you noticed that I'm not very good at kicking bikes over, and you know, in my defense, my first motorcycle was a CB750, and that has a Kickstarter, but it's not the Kickstarter that you'd want to really use, especially when you're a 17-year-old that's even skinnier than I am now. But like you all suggested, I just felt some compression, so we should be close to top dead center, I suppose. And give it a good hearty kick.
Give a little gas.
Oh, this is tragic. It's my Achilles heel. There we go. Feeling some pressure there.
Yeah.
Yeah! I figured it out. See, we're all learning. That's what it's all about. Snow biking. It handles funny in the snow. Who would have thought that you could have so much fun riding a bike in the snow? That's
I guess
not bad.
I guess if none of your 14 trucks that are in the garage start, you've always got the Honda 90.
At least you've got this. One of the few motorcycles I would ever be willing to ride on the snow. I wouldn't do that on my Sportster. That is a workout, riding this thing in the snow. So you're keeping it upright with your legs. But yeah, this thing is at a pretty cool point. I think it might be worthwhile getting some new tires on it. Having the front brake work, that would also be really nice. But otherwise, honestly, I don't think there's that much more to do to this bike in particular, because yeah, it's pretty good. Like you said, high and low works. At this point, almost everything works on it, I guess, because there's not that much that this has to function. Also,
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
I just noticed your
You have a backrest.
yeah, your basket is a perfect backrest. So at the moment, the yellow Honda Trail is in my garage at my actual house, and my roommate is a motorcycle mechanic. So our plan is to shoot a little video with him going through the carburetor and everything, because as much as I like to work on vehicles, I'm not an actual pro, I just enjoy it. He can actually walk us through specifically what we would want to do to make sure that that yellow Honda is going to run properly, because we're going to try and get that working with the original carburetor. So stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to getting both of these bikes working, and as soon as the snow melts, we'd love to throw them on that track, see if there's any difference in time. Not that we're doing actual performance testing on these, we just have fun riding them around. But stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next one.